All right, everybody. Those here, we've got a few already. I'm Scott with the Scotch Test Dummies. Most of you probably know that. That's tuning in. Little off the beaten path. Go live on a Friday night. I had a few things I wanted to talk about, though. And I also realized I had probably my first ever non-buy whiskey recommendation. So I'm going to talk about, and I've got it in my glass here. I bought it the other night. I'll be sipping on. I'll give you some notes as I'm going, and I'll see if anybody can figure out what it is. Make sure my audio is working here. Looks like just Scott tonight. By the way, I asked Bart if he wanted to join in. He had family plans, so he could not join in tonight. He was very disappointed. What I do want to talk about, a lot of people know YouTube has once again implemented new guidelines, new policies for smaller channels. Now, we are big enough, it does not affect us. So what I do want to talk about, though, is some of the smaller channels, people that we do support. It's kind of maybe a video or a call for more of you guys to help support some of our friends that are out there as well that need the help. But just to recap a little bit and go, actually, let me give you a little bit of a sip of this whiskey. Thanks, Tom R. Again, I'm going to be sipping on this whiskey. It's a non-buy recommendation, probably my first. Well, actually, there's probably been a couple. This is probably good as a mixer, and I don't think it's billed that way or were packaged that way or marketed that way, but I wouldn't buy this again. The nose is a heavy, almost a sweet rye and a spearmint, and that's it. That's all I get. The price range on this here also was $27. So I'll wait till the end. I'm going to make sure everybody here tunes in for the whole video. So I won't tell you till the end what it is. And don't go back through my Instagram or Twitter feed looking for pictures either. So the palate, let's see, I had my notes up over here too. The palate's very light, almost reminds me of a grain whiskey, a little bit of astringency, a smooth rye, and the mint comes out. And I don't know where that spearmint or the mint is coming from in it, but it's there. Anyway, let's go back to last year with YouTube. Of course, Bart and I are over 5,000 subscribers now. YouTube has implemented some new policies with channels that are under 1,000 subscribers. So like I say, it does not pertain to us, but we support and follow a lot of these guys out here that have less than 1,000 subscribers. And what I want to do is kind of go through some of their channels, and hopefully you guys can help support them and subscribe to them as well. And we want to try to get some of these guys up to that 1,000 subscriber mark so that they can become monetized on YouTube. What else YouTube has done, say someone with 600 subscribers, they've been monetized and they're making money on their videos for the ads that YouTube is showing. And the date is in February. I want to say it's February 24th or 25th. Those channels they're not going to be grandfathered in. They're going to be demonetized. So they'll lose what income they have that's coming in from YouTube starting that date in February, which it's towards the end of February. Another sort of perk to helping some of these guys get to 1,000 subscribers is they can then use the super chat feature in their when they live stream like this. If you look down at the bottom of the chat box, there's a little $sign. Those that have over 1,000 subscribers, you can donate money to them while they're doing a live stream. But you have to have 1,000 subscribers to get there. So now YouTube is going to take the monetization away from these smaller channels, and then they still don't even have the super chat feature available to them to use to help bring in income to help them support their channel. So last year, when ISIS and all of a sudden it came out, ISIS and Al Qaeda had recruitment videos on YouTube, and there was Lexus and Mercedes-Benz, and everybody had their advertisements next to them. So YouTube did a crackdown at that point, and we even saw our revenue cut by almost 66%, cut down to 1/3 of what we were getting at the time. Go back to last February or March of last year. And it took almost the whole year back to Christmas of December of 2017 to get back to the revenue we were making December of 2016. And also about October or November, another little thing that YouTube started doing was demonetizing your videos. We had been posting videos and it goes live and it was monetized. YouTube started with a lot of the whiskey tubers and probably other channels as well. Now I can only talk about the whiskey tubers since that's what I'm involved in. But we would upload a video and all of a sudden it's flagged as demonetized until it gets reviewed. YouTube's policy would say we can't review it till you get 1,000 views within 7 days. So we would post a video, and if we post a good video, we get 1,000 views in the first day. If we're lucky, YouTube reviewed it before then, and we made a little bit of money on that video for those first 1,000 views. If you're lucky, they've done that. If they haven't, then your first couple of days of that video posting, you don't make any money on. Now, this is all just YouTube pinching pennies. It hurts the smaller channels. So now they come in and they're going to demonetize those channels under 1,000 subscribers. You got to have 1,000 for the super chat. And it's funny, on the heels of this comes an email from Patreon to us basically saying, hey, YouTube's making these changes. Here's how you can boost your Patreon revenue, which has now become a major source of income for these smaller channels to try to get Patreon funds. So for the price of a cup of coffee an hour, you can support all these YouTube channels. So just kidding. Just kidding. It doesn't cost anything. I want to go through and highlight a few channels for you, these smaller channels, and hopefully you guys give them a look. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to them. Now, another thing that YouTube did do as well is they've made it, you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time along with the 1,000 subscribers. Now, 4,000 hours of watch time is 24,000 minutes of watch time, I think, in the prior 28 days. So these smaller channels, they need the views, they need the subscribers. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to people. Go in there, let's subscribe to some of these guys. Let's get them up and try to help them out. But let's go back to my whiskey, my non-recommend. I seen some guesses coming in earlier. One of them was pretty good. This is one of the first whiskeys that is going to get a non-recommended buy from me. And I wouldn't buy it again. I tried to return it to my store and they wouldn't take it. I don't know why. I can't give you my next note because that would give away part of what it is. There is a slight sweetness to it and a brown sugar, more rye notes than anything in an orange zest. It's not a maple whiskey, I can tell you that, Claire. All right, let's go in. I'm going to do a screen share here. Now, my mom is going to be texting me good night and I love you at some point here. Hopefully that doesn't come in, or maybe it will come in while we are live and you can see it. That's the same mom that came in for a taste. Okay, well, I'm doing a screen share. Where do I want to go? I forgot. Let's minimize that. Come back to Safari. Now I'm going to go through. I got a list of some channels I want to mention here for y'all to check out. Oh, look, there I am right there. That's kind of scary. Let's go here. I'm going to maximize my screen benefits here a little bit. I can get in here, and I follow 60 to 70 different whiskey channels. Do I watch every video from every person? No, but I try to watch every third, every fourth video try to come in if I haven't watched a show from someone for a while. Let's start up here at the top of my subscriptions. Malted in Montreal. Swami. He's sitting at 581 subscribers. Been doing videos for a while. Now, Swami, and he's told us he's not big on the YouTube income. He knows it's not that much, but Swami would like to have that super chat feature. He'd like to have the 1,000 subscribers so he can use that super chat when he does live streams and have people donate to his channel. Now, I got a list here, so I'm going to mark people off as we go, so I make sure I mention everybody that I wanted to talk about. And I'll go down here, and I might have to come back if I go over somebody. Telex. Telex is almost brand new, 45 subscribers. He's got a ways to go, but check out Telex. He came on, he started doing live streams after the Scotch for Dummies live streams, after our live streams, stuff like that. So if you get a chance, check out Telex. To Whiskey Untitled. This is a good one here, folks. Now, this is actually a combination of Scotch and Sniff. Scotch and Sniff was two guys, they're brothers, and they were doing a whiskey review show, one called Scotch, one called Sniff. Scotch decided to quit and left Sniff on his own. Now, Sniff, or Wally, he's still doing his own solo reviews under that channel, Scotch and Sniff. But he's also joined up with Drinking Caveman. If you can see, that's Drinking Caveman there, Charles, that he did a live stream with the Cocktail Maven. They're sitting at 50 subscribers, on which they just started this channel as well. Very good. They have very good camaraderie, very good banter, and very good talk when they do live streams. And they keep theirs 30 to 40, 45 minutes. Unlike Bart, who can go on for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Good time there. Check out Whiskey Untitled. Foodquig. Foodquig is big, and he was tuned in. Now, a couple of these guys joined us. We did a whiskey roundtable a couple weekends ago, live stream. Foodquig sitting at 673 subscribers. Give him a look if you would, guys. Help get some of these guys up to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Jason Whiskey Wise, he was here for the roundtable. Jason's in London. Started reviewing whiskeys a while back. He was in actually the whiskey travel retail business for a while, sitting at 620 subscribers. See, some of these guys are getting close. And it's not going to take much to get them up to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And I forgot to cross a couple off here as I was going. Foodquig, get him crossed off. And you guys are going, man, this is boring now. Hold on. I still got some more names to go through, and I'm still talking about this. You got to tune in for the whiskey that is not going to make a recommendation, get a recommended buy from me. My Bourbon Journey. Check out Scott. He does a lot of bourbon reviews, hence the name My Bourbon Journey. Sitting at 341 subscribers. He's doing a great job. Very concise, very accurate, point on nosing and tasting notes. He'll be doing very well. He'll be giving a lot of us a run for our money. The Malted Man Cave, Keith, he was supposed to join us for the round table a couple weekends ago. Couldn't make it. He got sick. We blame Swami for Tanya Harding, and then basically he got him sick the night before. Keith couldn't join in. He's sitting at 345 subscribers. Check out these guys if you get a chance, people. And like I say, let's get them up there. Simple Diversion. Two guys are doing cigar reviews and whiskey reviews as well. They were in our fantasy football league. 701 subscribers for these guys. So check them out. I got a couple more. I'm not crossing them off as I'm going here. Let me make sure I got everybody that I wanted to bring up. Getting weird with the beard. For those that were watching, Bubba and Beard was with us for a while. The Beard, Lloyd, he took a little bit of a time off. He's back now. They agreed. Bubba said, go ahead, continue on with the channel. Do what you do. So Lloyd has started doing reviews again. He's sitting at 439 subscribers. Getting weird with the beard. I do have JDC Drinks Whisky. JDC joined Swami for a live stream a while back. Newer channel, 89 subscribers, doing very well, all the way from Australia, if I remember right. Very good channel. And let me see, Whisky Scout. Now, Whisky Scout has helped me and Bart out a lot. He's in our area. He's newer as well, doing his own reviews. 114 subscribers. And hopefully, is my screen share still on? I should check. Are you guys seeing this? Let me check my comments here real quick, or have I been going through showing nothing? Someone comment real quick and let me know, has my screen share been, I didn't stop to check my comments to see. Okay, good, Throttle. Thank you. Ooh, I was at, where did I just leave off? Whisky Scout. And I'm looking as I go here. Here's the Drinking Caveman. He had his own channel. I don't know if he's posting any. I don't think he's posting anything under that. That's half of, or the other half with Scotch and Sniff now doing Whiskey Untitled. I think you can pretty much follow them at Whiskey Untitled. And Scotch and Sniff still has his own channels where he's doing quicker reviews. Where did No Nonsense Whisky go? Did I pass him? Let me look down this way real quick. Adventures in Whiskey, Bobby Childs, coming to us from Louisiana. And he's joined us on a couple of live streams. 574 subscribers. And I want more reviews from Bobby. He does not do that many. And as you can see here, his last review he did 7 months ago. Very good quality. Of course, he's in production, and he does a good job as well. More of a blogger, a whiskey blogger, and had really just started doing video reviews, I think, within the last year. Whisky Scout, I got done. I must have skipped over No Nonsense Whisky. There was one more down here. WhiskyJason. Check out WhiskyJason if you can, from Germany, 116 subscribers. Now, he has two channels. He has a German channel and an American channel. So check out WhiskyJason. And I must have skipped over. I did not mean to if he was up here at the top. No Nonsense Whisky. Vin, he's in Scotland. Or England somewhere. Ooh, we don't need to help Vin. Look at him, 996 subs. He's about there. Good job, Vin. And that was it. That was my list. If anybody in the comments has any other suggestions, throw them up there. Mike and Billy come to mind. I forgot about Mike and Billy. If they are still doing reviews, they haven't posted one since about Christmas time. Mike and Billy's whiskey review, 333 subs. So anyway, guys, that was really the gist of this, just to kind of throw out some other names, some other whiskey channels out there for you all to look into. Hopefully support. Like I say, it doesn't cost anything to sub to these channels. Let's help them get to 1,000. And let's see, I only wanted to go 20 to 30 minutes. I'm coming up on the 20-minute mark. Are there any questions? While I had the screen share going on, I did not, or I was not watching. Tom R, a super chat came in. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate that. That's what we need to help these guys get to 1,000 to do. So, the whiskey, very light, good mixer, not what it's billed as. I'm using coin 221, by the way. We only have, speaking of money coming in, our merchandise, our coins, you can buy at ScotchTestDummies.com. We're about out of cask 2. Cask 3 coins, I've seen a proof of, and it is a kick-ass design. That's all I'm going to say. Probably by far my favorite so far. We'll be getting them ordered soon. I think we've got about 30 coins left of cask 2. Oh yeah, Scotch from Scotch for Dummies, Scotchcooper. And I'm not going back into the screen share, but check out Scotchcooper. He just started up as well, and I think he's probably under 100 subs. Hates what? Whiskey Throttle? Okay, what whiskey am I drinking? I saw somebody guessed it right earlier. This is not what it's billed as, I don't think. And it's unless you want to use it for a mixer, this is not a good, neat whiskey. Crown Royal bourbon mash, and supposedly they did something with the mash to make it bourbonish. It did not come through on the finished product. It's very clove, mint, rye, sweet finish. Yeah, OJ for hire. That's who it was. He guessed it right early on. Yeah, and I had, I saw the Crown Royal bourbon mash. Now it was only $27. So it's not like I'm out a lot of money. 40%. But with the big box, the big bourbon mash right across the way it is, I thought, oh, let's see what they got going on. And like I say, it did whatever they were intending to come through on the palate, didn't. It was really a big disappointment for me. I guess I had higher hopes. Let me check I also had a list here of everything that I wanted to mention. And like I say, with YouTube making the changes that they did, Patreon's jumping on that. They're trying to get more people to come in and support the smaller channels there, because then they're going to make more money. So, but like I say, it doesn't cost anything to sub to these smaller channels. Check them out. Get some of these guys up over 1,000 so they can at least get the super chat. And that's all I have. I'll take a couple questions. Or Claire, the STD hats are available at ScotchTestDummies.com. Great design. Spartan helmet. Got the Glencairn working into the nose of the helmet. Nice design. Now mine has Scotch Test Dummies on the back. This was a prototype that we did. We didn't like the way that the font came out on that. So the actual ones that are on the website that we're selling has Scotch Test Dummies on the side of the brim of the hat in here. So it looks a lot better. The circus will not be getting opened up as I sign off, Tom. Sorry. That's all I have, guys. Let's help our little channels out. Guys we support, and hopefully you guys support them as well. And I gave you my non-recommended bourbon buy or whiskey buy there. It's supposed to be a bourbon mash. Yeah, Tom. Bart wanted you to ask. Whiskey Throttle. The hats are they're Velcro adjusted. They've got a Velcro adjustment on the back, so one size fits most. You're welcome, Telex. Everybody that I mentioned, you're welcome. We support you guys. Like I say, we are. And now the thing is, even with YouTube, we're over 5,000 subscribers. The Scotch for Dummies, they're in here. They're over 2,000. Whiskey in the Six is over 2,000. Mark's Whiskey Whistle is over 1,000. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anybody else that's in here watching. So they're over that mark. And even the thing is, we are smaller channels to YouTube. Anybody under 100,000 subscribers is a small channel. We're a smaller niche though, just doing the whiskey reviews. That's what we want to do. And I think most of the guys that we pinpointed or that I talked about, I mean, that's what they want to do as well, our whiskey review. So we know we're not going to have 2 million subscribers. We're not going to be bungee jumping off of anything in a mankini, or anything like that. So it is what it is. Boring old whiskey reviews. And for the price of a cup of coffee an hour, you can support us and all those other channels. Maybe it's like a car payment a day or something like that. So thanks to everybody for tuning in. Sorry, that's a quick one, but I just had a few things I want to talk about and help support these other guys and give you a non-buy recommendation. Probably the first one I've given. All right. Well, thanks guys for tuning in. Cilantro dummies.